Captain Insano shows no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Monday Night Football Show. I'm Ivan Vargas. Luke Nettles and Marco Velasquez with me. Guys, halftime. It is 17-14 Lions. Luke, we talked about it early in the pregame. Said it was going to be a close game. You chose the Lions. I chose the Packers. Both similar type of reasons. I feel like we chose a similar type of outcome to our progress to the outcome of the game.
Right.
Marco, I know you were waiting for us. We want to get your take right now before we jump into what we had before. Right now, I feel like Detroit is surprising us, man. They're controlling the total yards. They're controlling the point of attack. It feels like they're in this ball game with Green Bay. I don't think they're going to go away at anytime soon. What do you think, Marco?
You got to respect the Detroit Lions game plan right now. I mean, they're leading, at halftime. There's something about the feel of the Lions right now that, it's a lot different than, previous seasons where, I mean, Jared Goff, in this game, he's utilizing his weapons, Quintez, he's, obviously connecting for that first score, utilizing TJ Hawkinson, Jamal Williams, you name it. He's utilizing what he has and definitely, got to respect that. And then, you got to, you definitely respect what's going on the side. I got Dan Campbell over there in a T-shirt, just jacking up his, the guys on the sideline. But this Lions team is definitely in it. I feel like they're putting up a really good fight right now.
I don't know how big of a fan I am of the T-shirt coaches. Like Luke, I looked at LaFleur and I'm like, ew. And then I look at Dan Campbell and I'm like, huh. Maybe there's a benefit to it. It's like maybe the physique is what's throwing me off. But I feel like the Green Bay Packers are treading water. It just seems like they're just floating about trying to figure out a way to make this work right now. They have the pieces. It just doesn't seem like they're all on the same page.
Yeah, it's something's off with that whole team. It seems like looking at these last 2 weeks. I mean, they've got 14. But I mean, Detroit took the lead at the halftime. It didn't seem like Green Bay was really putting up too much of a fight to stop them from going down there and getting that field goal. But they're going to have to do something. They do something fast because, like I said, if Detroit comes out here and puts another touchdown on it, I don't know that they can come back.
No, it's weird because you're looking at an Aaron Rodgers that's not up to par. He's not up to speed. He's sluggish. And to be honest with you, look. Regardless of what you think of longer hair, right now his hair looks like shit. That has to play to your confidence somewhat. So, like, for me, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is just like, I'm here. Let's see what happens in the first. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is using the first 4 weeks as his preseason, and the Green Bay Packers are already like, hey, man, we're already done with training camp.
Right.
Yeah, and even in his body language, I mean, I understand that it's only week 2, but there's something about, Aaron Rodgers or from Aaron Rodgers of years past where it was almost like a shark when a shark smells blood in the water, he's going to go in for a kill. Aaron Rodgers always has that look to him where, like once the offense takes the field, that something's going to happen. But he shows signs of frustration. I mean, on the sideline, you name it. I mean, going back to, that play in the second quarter where he just wasn't appreciative of the play in the red zone, looking a little frustrated with his offensive coordinator. Aaron Rodgers just doesn't look like he's all in the game right now. And it's just not – it's very noticeable. I'm sorry, but that Green Bay team looks a lot different than years past for sure.
Luke, I was talking to Emily, and for those of you that don't know, my wife is a Green Bay Packers fan. She's a native of Wisconsin. She's a Wisconsinite. It's a given. It's like a birthright in Wisconsin, just like it's a birthright – somewhat for some of us Chicagoans to be a Bears fan, but it's it's frustrating when you're not when you trust your quarterback more than you trust your head coach. And I feel like Matt LaFleur is Matt Nagy with a better quarterback. I truly feel that Matt LaFleur is just Matt Nagy with a fucking all-time quarterback. And that all-time quarterback is frustrated as to what is being called, which personnel is wanting to be used. Like you see it throughout. ever since they hired him, and I know they wanted to go ahead and talk it down that there wasn't an issue, but there was clearly an issue with Matt LaFleur and Matt Nagy in that year one. Year two, they find success, but the common denominator in that is a great quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. So to me, I'm thinking that if this is the last dance and you get Matt LaFleur back next year for the Green Bay Packers, I don't see any success happening for you.
Yeah, I would say that I almost want to keep LaFleur if because we all know Rodgers is gone regardless. It's done. I wouldn't want to. I mean,
it's not that they have to keep LaFleur,
right.
But I don't see LaFleur getting the Packers to 10 games. I don't. Without Aaron Rodgers, I don't see Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers getting to 10 games.
No. That's what I was saying. I mean, I mean, you still have Love, so you drafted him for a reason. Will they start him? Will they go shopping? Will they try to find another quarterback? They try to draft another quarterback. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what Green Bay does in this offseason and throughout the rest of this season because it may just be down to a point where it's just so bad that like they're just like whatever, like just okay, you want me to run that play, I'm just gonna run a play here there, you know what I mean? Like it's just like getting to that point where I think it seems like it anyway that like some attitudes are starting to bleed through to some other levels and it's just starting to get kind of chippy and just kind of like finger pointy and so it's going to be interesting to see if they can, and that's going to be a huge distraction to the team as well. So, I mean, like, if that stuff is going on, the team's getting involved, people are going to start picking sides, and it's just going to get ugly. But I mean, you got to play the season and we'll see if they can keep it together. But right now they're not looking like the Green Bay Packers of old.
Marco.
Absolutely. I mean, with Matt LaFleur, I mean, it's bad enough, pretty detrimental to the team. The fact that, I mean, we go back to the offseason with the Aaron Rodgers drama. Let's just say Matt LaFleur wasn't very vocal in his, in his confidence in Jordan Love and, saying, hey, this is our guy, we're going to go with who we got. Jordan Love has just, shown nothing as far as, showing that he's somewhat of the future of the Green Bay Packers. And I got to go with Luke. I mean, you're absolutely 100%. I don't think the Packers win 10 games without Aaron Rodgers, at the helm of, of that team. Quite honestly, the lack of confidence and, in their backup or who they drafted, to take that spot, it's difficult to view, Matt LaFleur taking this team to, to the promised land without, the main guy who's been there for the past, 12 years.
Yeah, and like I said, there was issue before. You saw some of that ironed out, but like I said, majority of that ironing was done from Aaron Rodgers. let's be real. Aaron Rodgers worked around your ass, mm-hmm. Like he's working around. I'm sure he has a grasp of the offense. Like that's not my argument. That's beyond my argument. My argument is when it gets to detail, when it gets to certain plays, when it gets to certain times, when it gets to certain parts of the field, Aaron Rodgers wants it his way. And if you're not going to be able to be flexible, well, you kind of run into some problems. And so far, they've avoided major problems. I mean, they got into the damn NFC Championship game, 3 years so far under Matt. It's you have to be able to capitalize. And I just feel like at a certain point, like we talk about Matt Nagy, same with Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur wants this BU type of mentality. He wants his stamp on the Green Bay Packers, not so much Aaron Rodgers. And I feel like there's still a beef there. I know Aaron is upset with the general manager, but I feel like the general manager is lessening the heat that the head coach could be getting.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a happy family over there for sure. It looks like it's going to be a messy breakup, messy divorce. And if they keep playing like this, it's just going to get even messier. And by about week 10 or 11, some things are going to start being vocalized, I'm sure, in the press, Twitter. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But then again, this is Green Bay, this is Aaron Rodgers, and I mean they could turn it on you, and be like, boom, flip the switch, and bam, here we go. Now we're like, oh shit, what's going on? Well, where's the Green Bay from the first 2 weeks? So I mean it looks bad right now, but it is Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay's been good for a while. So I mean, like they have to start winning at some point. It's If they don't, I mean, I'd be shocked. But if they do, I mean, you got to expect it. And plus, this is a rivalry game too. So maybe that's another piece of the puzzle is that maybe Detroit is kind of in their head a little bit, just because they're so familiar. They know what the Green Bay's done. They have plenty of tape to watch. They have plenty of games to pull up. But I mean, props to Detroit, man, and Jared Goff and not turning that ball over. And like you said, when we spoke earlier, pregame, we were talking about how he doesn't need to be like a 40, 50, 60 yarder down the field kind of guy. Like keep it in that 5 to 20 yard passing realm and just don't turn the ball over. And that's what they're doing, man. And they've thrown for more than Green Bay. They're at 197 and Green Bay's at 128. So I mean, Jared Goff is definitely thriving in Detroit. So I'm happy to see what the second half brings.
And Ivan, going back to that thumbs up you gave, I was about to touch on if what we're seeing from the Packers right now, if we look, I mean, we still have another half of football, a lot of football to be played. But with the Packers lost today, if they lose today, if you're a Chicago Bears fan, if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you're gonna have to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, we got a chance."
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do this, because if this Green Bay Packers team isn't gonna strike fear in anyone, then I think it's anybody's ball game in the NFC North. Honestly, I mean, I understand it's week 2, but I mean, getting blown out by New Orleans week 1 and then coming into facing a divisional matchup, taking a loss, depending on the outcome today. I think the NFC North is up for grabs with the Packers loss today.
It's all dependent on Aaron Rodgers. Like it always has been, it always will be until he's gone from Green Bay. And I feel like there's no conspiracy. He's not throwing games. Aaron Rodgers is not throwing games, but he understands that the NFL season is a lot longer than that first month. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that he's trying to lose 4 games in a row, but I think Aaron Rodgers understands that he could split that first month trying to warm up with this team, and he's trying. I feel like Aaron Rodgers, through everything, is still trying to spite the Green Bay Packers, but not through losing. Not through losing. He's trying to spite them through showing them, hey, you wanted Jordan Love. Why? Because I'm going to win for the next 2 years. Like, I feel like that's the Aaron Rodgers I know, and that's the Aaron Rodgers who's trying to go at the Green Bay Packers right now. I don't think that it's some new type of, Zen master type of Aaron Rodgers where his cheese all straight. It's Aaron Rodgers still pissed off at the Green Bay Packers for sending his friends away. Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, guys like that. Sending Charles Woodson away, a leader of the team. He's mentioned this. He's mentioned this publicly, live on air. You'll see, if you ever seen the Aaron Andrews interview, like you could tell there's an issue with the Green Bay Packers as an organization and their players. There's an issue between that. The lack of loyalty, I feel, coming from at this point, your most famous player. And I know you had Brett Favre before him, but Aaron Rodgers right now, he's the most polarizing player since Brett Favre. It was a clean transition for these guys. You got to be able to understand Aaron Rodgers isn't going to let an organization at this point in his career run his career or end his career. So I look for him to bounce back. I look for the Green Bay Packers to win tonight. I think Detroit's doing great. Like I said, Detroit's a rebuilding team. I think Detroit's doing great, but I look for Green Bay to go ahead and find a way to win here, only down 3 with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Right now, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up because second half is underway. 13 of 16, 137 and 2 tutties for Jared Goff, 8 of 10, 75 and 2 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers. It should be a great end to the second half. And Luke, we were talking about it. These Monday night and Thursday night games so far, we're going into week 2. We'll see what happens in week 3. Mm-hmm. They've been great. And Marco, I know you've been watching them as well. They've been fun. I hope this ending is fun for us. You'll catch all 3 of us in the post game, guys. We'll see you later.